Well, hello there, my friend, and welcome. In the last video, we were creating users and groups. And if you remember, if you watched it, you should. We were running, we were running a lot of commands with setting so many options. So like the user root, telling it what inventory file to use and ask for the SSH password, etc. So we do not want to make a living that way. That is not good. We have the Ansible config disabled file that we created earlier. Let's go to the documentation tab and let's just have this bad boy open and vim ansible.cfg. Let's just start configuring that. And so this file is going to be at the Codeberg repository, link in the description. If you want to check it out, why not? So these are the two values that we've set so far. The host key checking is false because we're studying. This is a study environment. We are not running the European Union from my home. So relax. If you're a security nerd and you're like, so I already fixed this. So in the last video, I put collections, the local collections directory at the end. We should put it at the beginning, but I was just hammering away, chit-chapping, yapping. And so I wasn't really focusing. It works at the end. I just want to put it at the beginning because it reads from left to right and it's more important. So let's check out the Ansible config disabled file. So there are two sections that are important for the exam: defaults and privilege escalation, as we say in French. Let's go back to the top. And since we were talking about the collections path, let's just jump right ahead. And let's find the roles path. And let's copy pasta that. Let's put that right here. And again, we want to put the roles path, local roles directory path right at the beginning. And we're going to create that directory later and use it later, but it's good to be prepared. And also I might add to the Ansible configuration file later as needed, because I'm probably 99% sure that I'm going to forget to set an option. So we're in the defaults section. There's a lot of things here that you can set. So I recommend you checking this out and going over options and learning about it. I'm just going to set the most common things or the things that we need. So ask, pass, false. This is for the SSH password, and we're using keys, so it doesn't matter for us. Cache, debug. I'm just quickly ravaging the options here. And we're going to set the inventory file. This is what? Sometimes it's impressive, the stuff that I can do on a keyboard. Inventory, when I'm not paying attention, it's like, what are you doing? Inventory, Ginger, the templates, log filter, log path. So check this one out. This is interesting. We're probably going to use this later, but just, I'm not going to talk about it now because time is money. And if you're still with me, I appreciate you. But, if you're actually studying for the certification, this is stuff that you need to know. So thank me later. I do not mean that in any way, shape, or form. Did I set remote user? No, we did not set the remote user. So let's put it like that. And you tell me, what is the remote user? 10 seconds. If you said Ansible in your mind, that was like, what do you prefer? Spaces or no spaces? I prefer spaces. I feel like it's more readable. It's airy. It's it's European. No, it's just, I like it more. So remote user, roles path. I think that we can just jump to the French section. Révélage, escalation. So let's just copy that and paste. What do we want next? We want become false. So this is interesting. I would say for study, set it to become true. But at the same time, I don't know. So I'm going to set to become false because I think it's a good thing to become accustomed to writing become true in the playbook if it needs the sudo root powers. So let's do become false for now, because I want you to learn how to write and remember to write become true in the playbook. Become ask false. Also, let's put that in just for now to true, because I want it to ask for the sudo password. Become method. Let's do that as well. And you have two methods that you can choose from. You might be asking yourself, what's the different method? It's su. So sudo it is. Become root user. Yes, we want that. Is there anything else? So I think we're good for now. But if I add something to this, remember, link in the description. I'm just going to quickly show you what I mean with become ask pass true and then become false. So if we just use something that we were using yesterday, Ansible playbook. Now we should not do inventory because it's gonna know what that is, and user is we're not gonna have to say anything. Loop users. So this is not gonna work, but I'll become password. This is what we want, but it's going to fail. See, it didn't work. And why is that? Because of you. Become false is set to false. So if we go and do vim loop users, you can see right here that we're going to have to do become true. And I honestly think this is a good thing for you to learn and be accustomed to putting in, because if you set it to become true via here, become true, you're going to forget the function. It's just going to be, because I wonder during the exam, which I haven't taken, if they're going to say, run this playbook as sudo or as root. So, and then during the exam, you're going to be like, how do I do that again? But if you're always writing and become true, it just becomes second nature. So right now, let's just write that quit. If we run this again, it's going to ask us, well, if we run this again, it's going to ask for the sudo password. And now, because we said become true, it works. And so that's what I was talking about, I think earlier. I don't know. The more so here we have the ansible.cfg become false, but because you set it in the playbook, it wins over. It is more prominent. It's more important than the ansible.cfg configuration. So now we know that. I think there's maybe if we do less again, Ansible config disabled. There's something about deprecation warning. I can't remember. We can find out more options. What was it? It's a warning. Deprecation warnings true. So I set this sometimes because I just don't want to see them. I set it to false. Before delete word append false. I want to have spaces. I think it's more beautiful. Like that. So I think we're good to go. So as you can see, or as you see by the series, if we do Ansible playbook and do the Ansible user, and if you find the become password to become like too much, like you don't want to, like you've learned your lesson, you know that this playbook failed because become true is not in the playbook. It's not set. As soon as you know that, you can change this. You can set become to true and become ask pass, set it to false. And then it's not going to ask for the password. It doesn't need to, because remember in the last video, we made sudo and the Ansible user, no password all. So I think this covers everything. And so I appreciate you watching. And yeah, just wanted to make a short dedicated video about the Ansible configuration file. And so I think this is going to set everything that you need to know for the exam. So anything more advanced, that's going to be later on for a different exam. But thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.